I said this yesterday, Chris. Of all teams in the NFL, the least likely to be responsible for what we saw play out in the final moment of that game was the Patriots.
Right.
Do your job. Understand your role. Understand situational football. It was a collapse and a failure of everything we have come to understand and accept about a Bill Belichick coach team. Tony Dungy's theory on it is Belichick is so involved in propping up the offense, he's not coaching the rest of the team the way that he used to. And that's how you have lapses like this where Jacoby Myers would take it on himself to freak out and throw the ball back to the middle of the field when all you have to do is fall down and head to overtime. I still can't believe it. I thought as it was happening that they had the graphic wrong, that it really wasn't 24-24 and that the Patriots were actually trailing. That was the only way to explain it. We've never seen a team even try that in a tie game that was headed to overtime. We've never seen laterals break out because of the risk that the other team gets it and returns it for a touchdown. It was unbelievable. And look, Bill Belichick trying to put some toothpaste back in the tube on whether or not his quarterback can throw a 55-yard Hail Mary. It's not an easy throw to make, and it's a very low percentage play. Why bother with it? Because you could get sacked, and the ball could come out, and they could return it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Why bother in a tie game? Just go to overtime, go to overtime, go to overtime. I'm surprised they didn't just take a knee, Chris.
I agreed. Well, I mean, I think the fascinating thing, and maybe we can get back to the pack here, the start of the pack here after we watch, the stiff arm, great play by Chandler Jones here. I mean, Mac Jones hands the ball and turns his body like, hey, the play's over, just go down. And then he's pointing to go down. So that's obviously been, watch Mac Jones. He casually, go down. Look, he's going, okay, what are you doing? And then I don't know why Ramondre Stevenson did that. Okay. And then Jacoby Myers, who seems to be very much, a Patriot way type of guy through his career. You don't see him do stuff like that. They trusted, he was in the trust tree as a rookie. So that's where it's just shocking that those guys did that in this moment. And I don't disagree with Coach Dungy and what he's saying. The fact that Belichick's got to worry so much about the offense that, I don't know, maybe some of these other details that have been so awesome about managing the game are not being addressed with quite the same detail because of that.
The Miracle in the Meadowlands caused teams to start using victory formation instead of running plays. That was the big factor. And
right.
You saw that afterward. We saw every team take a knee. Victory formation wasn't widely used before the Miracle in the Meadowlands. In that situation, Chris, think about it. Situational football, before we even snap the ball, what are you trying to accomplish here? 3 seconds left, 55 yards from pay dirt. You don't have enough time to get in field goal position. You're going to run a draw play and hope it pops. That when they're guarding the end zone, that Ramondre Stevenson is going to bust through and somehow break tackles, run through guys, run over guys, and score a touchdown. Just take a freaking knee. I mean, beyond the reality that you're unnecessarily running a play that could get somebody injured. And remember when Gronk suffered the broken arm because he was out on extra point duty? Like, let's eliminate these opportunities to get a guy injured. Beyond that, strategically, what's your upside there? That play isn't scoring a touchdown, so take a freaking knee and go to overtime. You're already near midfield. Just leave your captains out there for the coin toss.
I'm with you, Mike. It is the whole thought is crazy, and yeah, I mean, again, I haven't seen anything yet. I know Jacoby Myers, he took it on himself, but I would love to know more in detail about what was said to Ramondre Stevenson in the huddle before that play, right? And what would lead him to even think like lateraling the ball would be a good thing. That's where, I mean, I'm shocked by that. And to your point, Mike, shocked, but you're right. There's really nothing to gain by running a draw play there. Kneel the ball, flip the coin. Let's see who gets the ball in overtime and go from there. It's surprising. It's a surprising year. We've seen them mess up more end of the game situations, special teams, bad turnovers. They're one of the league leaders in penalties. I mean, this is stuff that we haven't seen from the Patriots in forever, and it's just, I think a microcosm of their year altogether.
I think it's entirely possible that when Ramondre Stevenson flipped the ball back to Jacoby Myers, he had the same misfire in his brain that I did, where for a split second you think maybe we are losing.
Yeah, right.
Like, why it's like hot potato. Why do you give it to me? Maybe we do need to score a touchdown. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Hey, there's Mac Jones. I'm going to throw it to him 35 yards away. Just unbelievable that any team would do it and that a Bill Belichick coach team would be the one to give us something we've never seen before for a reason. There's never been the planets aligning in just a way for something that crazy. But to take it all the way back to the beginning, don't run a play there.
No.
Take a knee and go to overtime.
No.
It's all on Belichick. Other guys can take blame for it, but it's all on Bill Belichick. Why do you – I hadn't thought of that until this morning. Why do you even run a play?
Yeah.
There's no reason to do it.
That's the big thing too. And then again, if we want to get a little more into this conversation, I also think the fascinating part of this is the touchdown before this. Again, they were sitting comfy, and I don't know. I mean, to me, looked like clearly Keelan Cole Sr. was out of bounds on that touchdown catch, which was certainly controversial. And I think, in fact, I don't know anybody yet that's actually watched the play and doesn't think he was stepping out of bounds. But the NFL said it wasn't enough evidence, and that certainly was a big moment in the game that was shocking itself.
Don't get me started on that. 2 quick points on that. Number one, it's the first time they've ever been true to clear and obvious. I've never recalled in any amount of time that they've had replay back for 20 years now that there's been a situation where people think it's clear and obvious and they say it's not sufficiently clear and obvious. Usually they think it's clear and obvious and it really isn't. They've never done this where they've held the bar even higher. Because I look at that and I say, that left foot is on the white.
I don't know anybody that doesn't think that.
That left foot is on the white. And here's the other point, Chris.
Yeah.
There should be pylon cameras in every game, every stadium, every venue, because if that game had not been flexed out of Sunday night, we'd have had cameras right there. We'd have seen it from either pylon. They need to, how expensive can it be? They need to have pylon cameras for every game. For that, because we've proven time and again how valuable it is to have that shot, and it would have been dispositive in that situation. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.